Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back to our Portuguese homestead. So I'm in our shower area right now. It's just a little corner that Maarten made off the side of our outdoor kitchen because it was easy for the water lines to set it all up. But I wanted to show you kind of how we've set it up, how we repaired it, because we had to repair it after the frost. As with the tap in the kitchen, the tap here broke. The frost just kind of made the plastic go boom, and so we had to replace it. And well, this is how we've set it up. It's always with this kind of stuff, it's always kind of difficult because you have like standard inside things like this shower head, and then we use a lot of outdoor pipes that I'll show you in a minute. So you have to get a couple different things that I can't show you anymore, but you'll see in the video later, to kind of get them all connected. It's a bit of a puzzle, but now we get to shower again. Now that it's getting warmer, we used a black pipe to just heat up the water, and then you have really nice hot water for 5 to 10 minutes depending on the day, and then we get to shower, so that's really good. So let me show you kind of the different parts of our shower system. So as the shower, we kind of have just the standard shower, the cheapest one they had. It's all plastic these days, but it works, and it's fixed now. I won't open it because the water's still a little bit cold today. And then here we are on the outside of the shower cubicle, and in between here there are just a couple, well, 1 or 2 different fittings to fit the indoor part with the outdoor part. And this is the pipe where we get the water from, and it goes all the way here. This is a little split, so this one goes to the shower, and then it goes all the way up to our tank. Here in the corner we have this split, so if we want to fill up the tanks on this terrace, we have it the other way around. And right now it's set so that it can fill up the tank that's up there. And this is the bigger pipe that comes from the pump. So it goes all the way up. So we have to fix the plastic, but this is our tank that goes to the kitchen and to the shower. This is the thicker pipe that comes from the well, and then it feeds. This is the one that goes down and that feeds the shower in the kitchen. This is just one of those 1,000-liter tanks, IBCs, and we have to fill it up every week, every 2 weeks, depending on how much laundry we do, etc. And it works well. We just have to remind ourselves to actually do it. And because it's on a slope, there you can see the yurt. It provides really good pressure. We did move it up a while back, and it works well.
Snap, snap.
Gewoon billen. Zie je? Harder. Zie je? Oh ja, daar komt ie.
Ik weet niet of ik... Nee, ik zit er nog niet echt tegenaan. Als je even wat tegendruk tegen die plank kan geven.
Beetje wiebelen.
Zo, ja. is een nieuw kraanje.
Daar. En weer dit. Ja, doe het.
Yay.
Okay, we're back in the hole. This is our next attempt to plug the hole. It's like the channel that ran through here and that has stopped draining a couple of days ago. We talked to some people from around here that have experience in plugging these type of holes, and they said that because this is an established channel, it's very compacted already, and it's all clay. There's no sand underneath. So we should be able to just put in some flex cement. It's cement de cola, is it called? It's a glue cement, and that's the same stuff that's being used for those water tanks with some concrete rings, to glue those rings together and to line the inside so to make it watertight. We are not looking for a perfect seal here. We are looking for a place where clay can compact against. So the main goal is to make the hole as small as possible that's left, and then we will pack the whole thing with clay, remove all the rocks, and that should make the seal later on. That's the attempt. We'll see how it goes. And the chicken is also getting involved.
Yeah. Thanks for your input.
Yeah. Ja, Pukkie mag even echt een stukje afstand houden. I pushed everything in by hand, and now it should harden, and then we can pack all that clay over there in there and move all the rocks out from there up there, or I don't know, we'll see. But this is the important bit. We now have a plug, and the rest will be filled with clay. Alright, after 3 weeks of hard labor, not every day, but I had to repair the strimmer a few times because it broke. I'm finally done clearing the 50 meters around the yurt. and the olive field, of course. Some of you have seen the last video about me trimming the orchard and noticed that I was using the strimmer for everything and don't have a lawnmower to ride on. And the main reason is that we only have few spots that are fairly flat and can be driven or are suitable for driving with a lawnmower. The rest is kind of steep. As you can see behind me, I'm holding the camera straight. This is quite a slope, an incline. In some parts it's over 45 degrees, and in other parts it's more 20 or 30. But that makes it impossible to use any type of wheeled vehicle. We might be able to use a tractor at some point, but we don't have the budget for that right now. And so I've done everything by hand with the strimmer. And the other reason for using the strimmer is that we want to grow a forest on this end, and I'm not willing to take down the trees and then plant new trees. I'm just leaving the trees that are already there and new young trees that are coming up, because they've decided that that's a good place to come up, and therefore we don't have to water them and they will grow by themselves. And we have beautiful oaks and pines and some other trees that are just coming up, and we'll plant more nut trees in between, but cherish what you have and don't destroy before you don't destroy things that you want to keep. That's the main idea for using the strimmer. I'll show you around and show you what I've found, or what trees I've left, and yeah, come along. Well, first I have to show those massive home oaks that we have standing on the slope, together with cork oaks. This one has never been peeled before, so it's still rough around the stem. But these trees do produce acorns, and therefore there are trees downslope that come up. Like for instance this one has come up in the past, and we don't want to take this one down. But there are even smaller ones. There is a tiny oak. I'm thinking this will be a home oak in the future, or is a home oak. And there are also cork oaks that are coming up, but I can't find them right now. The other tree that we have here is a wild olive tree that is coming up. They won't produce any olives, I don't think, or not olives that you want to eat. But they are still trees, so we'll leave them, and we can leave them in our 50-meter circle, as long as you take the rest away. Then I leave some of those beautiful combed lavender that we have growing here. You can already see the comb forming, and these will flower in a few days, I think, or completely flower. And they just smell nice, and I think most of it will come back anyways, but I'll leave some just so that it's not an empty field. The other plant that I like to leave when I trim is the honeysuckle, the wild one. It's pretty resilient. It comes back and comes back over and over again. But you can see here there's quite a lot that has remained. And then of course you have the pine, the odd pine that I leave, just to make sure that we have some firewood in the future as well. And on this side I'm willing to leave them. The other thing to note is that we are still working on getting this to grow grass, or to make this site grow grass, because when we came here everything was like bare soil and just 2-3 meter high esteves, rock rose, and some broom in between. And as you can see here, for instance, this is one of those rock rose stumps, and this is quite big, but now it can be moved. Yeah, I cut these down as much as I can with the strimmer, with the blade on top, to give room for the grass to grow. And you can see it here, the grass is actually growing and it's coming up everywhere, which is nice because that means that the rock rose won't be able to come back over and over again.
Alright, that's it for this week. I want to say thank you so much to all our patrons for supporting us over on Patreon. I will be posting a longer, more in-depth version of Maarten exploring the hill over there in the next couple days, because that man can talk just like I do, and I think it might be interesting for some of you. So if you want to support us, you can find the link in the description box down below, as well as our PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee. Next week there will finally be an update on the bees. We have been busy with them over the last couple weeks, as it has been spring for a little while now. We're preparing to split them, but for a couple different reasons that we will mention in that video next week, maybe. Depending on when this baby comes, next week or a little bit later, we'll talk about the bees, how they're doing. We've got some really awesome footage to show you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that. For now, I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you soon.